Hello, every pony, and welcome back to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out all the fanfics that are not pony related. Why? Because it's Halloween, which means it's time for some good old fashioned supernatural, Buffy, and who knows whatever type of stories I can find. And considering the fact that it's been a while since I did RWBY, and RWBY's premiere for Volume 5 is coming out on the 14th, I guess it means only one thing. RWBY Supernatural Crossover. Go. And luckily there happens to be 5 on fanfiction.net. So stay here as we here at the Terrybury Memorial Library and proud to present Two Hunters and a Huntress by Ice Warrior 13. Enjoy. Two Hunters and a Huntress by Ice Warrior 13. Alright, what happened on Mars that took out the other 12 Ice Warriors? Chapter 1, Prologue. A young woman woke up with a groan. She looked around 15 and wore a red hood, black and red dress, black leggings, and black and red boots. Her hair was ebony red and her eyes were silver. Oh god, we got a newbie here, don't we? Look, when you do descriptions like this, do not put it all in one go! It just fills up the narrative and makes it long. She looked up from a couch and gasped, seeing 3 men watching her. One was a middle-aged man, one was a few years older than her, and one was her age. "What's going on?" the girl asked, looking scared. "Where am I?" The middle-aged man crossed his arms. "Currently, we're in the outskirts of Los Angeles." "Where?" "L.A.," the older boy offered. The girl looked confused. "Kid, your accent's American, and every American's heard of L.A. "What's American?" the girl asked. The 3 males exchanged glances. "Who are you?" "Comma, Vic. There needs to be a little comma right here." "Grammar is your friend." "My name is John Winchester," the man spoke up. "These are my sons, Sam and Dean. You?" "Ruby," the girl replied timidly. "Ruby Rose." "Now that we have that little formality out of the way." John slammed a huge red and black device on the table. "What's this?" "It's a rose!" Ruby beat. "That's my weapon!" "Weapon?" Dean scoffed. "What is it, a club?" How would Dean not recognize a sniper rifle? Or, if it's in scythe mode, how would he not recognize a scythe? Unless it's really, really folded, but I don't see how that's possible. Then again, what does the weapon look like? Vic, you're not going to describe it, are you? "No!" Ruby stood. "May I?" John hesitated, then nodded. Ruby picked up the weapon with ease, surprising the other 3. It had taken both Sam and Dean to lift it. "That was very important information, Vic. Thank you." The girl walked to a more open area of the hotel, and then activated some sort of mechanism that morphed the device into a huge scythe, Sam asked. Ruby smiled slightly. "Vic, are you allergic to commas?" I got some medicine here for that." "Here you go." "It's also a fully customizable high-impact sniper rifle," the girl giggled. "I'm a huntress in training, and I forged her while attending Signal." "Huntress? Signal?" Dean asked. "And you made that thing?" Ruby glared at the boy. "Crescent Rose isn't a thing. She's a work of art." Ruby folded the scythe back into its clutch form. Sam nudged his older brother. "Don't insult the scythe," he hissed, glaring. The seed shrugged, and John raised an eyebrow. "What's all this about huntresses and signals?" "Signal! It was my combat school where I learned to fight monsters," Ruby explained calmly. "I graduated 2 years early and started TNT Beacon. Now I can kill a whole pack of Beowulfs alone, easy. And I'm getting pretty good with Ursai. I also decapitated Nevermore with my team's help. But some of my friends can do good too. Renz is good at killing King Taisusus." "How does she know? Was she there?" "Weiss took out Borbitas. Blake was a lifesaver against Creeps. Nora dealt a final blow against the Deathstalker. John decapitated Ursa Major." Yeah, well, okay, John did, but anytime I have to make fun of John. "And Pyrrha," Ruby's face fell, down in oblivion. How was your face in oblivion? Pyrrha. Kid? Dean asked. Ruby dropped her precious weapon. Clink! Falling to her knees and staring at the floor. Pyrrha, I was too late. Ruby was shaking slightly. The woman shot her. She turned into Ansys. The Winchester sustained glasses. Ying. Sam walked over and kneeled next to Ruby, worried. We found you in a crater, far outside the city. Can you tell us everything? Where you're from? What everything you've been saying means? And about these monsters? What's the last thing you remember before coming here? I got to the top of the tower, and I saw Pyrrha. Ruby's eyes hardened. It's sitting there. Then everything went white. I remember my head hurting. Well, at least it's not standard crossover plot for Girls Series 501. Sam nodded. His brother and father watching with skeptical curiosity. Okay. Now what about the rest of my questions? Should I talk like I'm explaining to a 3-year-old or? How about like you're explaining it to an alien? How about somebody tell me who is talking here? I don't have any words! Great, just like one of Blake's crazy novels. Ruby rolled her eyes. See, from a furthest planet called Remnant. Do. Bum. Da. Dum. So that's my story, Ruby finished. The three were frozen in astonishment. Are you okay? So, you're an alien, Sam gaped. Dick grinned. Cool. Shouldn't that be more of Dean's line? An alien? Well, I'm a human. Ruby crossed her arms. Dean mimicked the accent, smirking. A human from another planet. Welcome to Earth, bitch. Well, rude? I know Dean could be a jerk and I love him for it, but that was a little too far. And that John delivered a smack upside his oldest son's head, glaring at him. What? Okay, John, that was actually well deserved, but wait a minute. Where is this taking place? What part of the timeline is this? Excuse me. Look at it gave him what?
I would like this whole RWBY thing, but you and Gray and Andy and your mom decide you want you want to watch it without me.
Great. I'm busy trying to analyze something here, and my cousin's in here complaining randomly about us watching stuff without him.
No, watching RWBY without you. Without me.
And the poor guy can't even get his lines right. Horrible. Anyway, back to the research. Looked up his saw 3 men was watching her. One was a middle-aged man, and one was a few years older than her, and one was her age. Wait. So, let's see. Ruby's 14. So, this is when Sam was 14, and Dean was about, 18. Okay, why are we gone back to when the brothers were so young? Why are we gone all the way back here? What? How do I get home? Ruby asked. My world needs every husband and huntress he can get. My team needs me. The remaining members of Team Juniper need me. And my dad. They can't face it there alone. I hate to break it to you. Josh shook his head. Our plan isn't that fast, kid. We can't just hop on a spaceship and fly you home. We don't even know where it is. So, I can't get back? Ruby plopped down on one of the hotel room beds. What am I going to do? Well, John crossed his arms. You're trained to fight monsters. It's time you heard our story. Do. Bum bum. Da. As the Winchesters told her tale, orange zippers fluttered past the window of their hotel room. In the trees outside, the embers condensed. There was a gas, and 2 green eyes opened. And then blinked. Blinked. 7 years later, rapid knocking came at the door of Jess and I's apartment. Ow! Whiplash! Dude! Ow! You watch it with the whole entire POV chains. God! Ow! I knew that rhythm. It's Ruby. I smiled. Wow. Could have gotten a portal. Could have found a dimensional hopple thing. Could have found a way to transport yourself. Anything. No. You did nothing to help her. Shame. Just rolled her eyes and laughed. That girl, she commented. I ran over and opened the door, revealing a familiar young woman with long, red, ebony hair and silver eyes. Hello, boring, Ruby grinning slightly. Jess, have you come to your senses and dumped this loser? Yep, a true friend. Nope. You poor thing, Ruby laughed, and then pushed past me, jumped and landed on the couch. She lay down, rested her head on her arms, crossed one leg over the other, acting like she owned the place. I pity thee. Well, don't you have a party to go to? Love the hobo costume, Sam. I glared. It's not a hobo costume. I don't dress up for Halloween. I do. Ruby smiled. The young woman wore a gray dress, like a carbon copy of what we found in. Gray leggings, black boots, 5-finger gloves. I am so glad you wasted that sentence on that description. Then she had a fake wolf tail attached to the back of her skirt and a wolf ear headband. Over that, she wore her red cloak. Well, that's because you're an immortal 6-year-old. Hey! Ruby put on a mask of fake fox hurt, eyes playful. That hurt me. I rolled my eyes. Sorry, little baby. Oi! You, sir, are a bitch. That was deserved. Ruby Stewart cracked her knuckles. Thank God Jess is going to be a nurse, because you're going to need one. I backed off. Ruby may have been smaller than me, and a girl, but she had training in combat more than anyone on the planet. She had been trained in her world, and by Dad and Dean before she came with me to attend school. Ruby was not one to mess with. To attend all the schools that you guys went to because you traveled and switched school from school to school to school. Continuity is fun, isn't it? I yield! I yield! I sighed. Ruby chuckled darkly. That's what I thought. After the party, where Ruby scolded me for drinking so much, we parted ways, me walking Jess home. Then a girl grabbed my arm. Everything is about to change, she declared. That was random, thank you. The girl had hair red as blood as eyes, like animals. She was around Dean's age, and her costume was like the armor of a Greek warrior, gold and red, and a shield and spike on her back. Was it so hard to spell spear? Really? I looked back, confused. Who are you? I asked. The woman smiled mysteriously. Do you believe in destiny? Pyrrha, why did you wait so long to get a communication? She asked, and turned and vanished in the shadows. I raised an eyebrow, looking at Jess. That was weird. Yeah, Jess agreed. Kind of supernatural or something. She said it. Little did we know, across the United States of America, lights were flashing in places. White, black, blue, pink, green, orange, red, bronze, copper, gray, and yellow. The main 6 were landing? Plus the brush circle? No, wait. It's the opening to the Sailor Moon movie. Oh, I didn't know. Just the way the story goes. In the early morning, I woke up to a crash in the apartment. I crept down and closing an open window. The sun someone walked past. I tracked, but the intruder took me down way too easily for my liking. Whoa, he smirked. Easy, Tiger. I knew that face, and I knew that smirk. His eyes widened. Dean? I asked. My brother chuckled, still pitying me. You scared the crap out of me. That's because you're out of practice, my elder brother stated. I got to drop and reverse our positions. What? Dean laughed nervously. Or not, get off me! I let Dean up. Dean, what the hell are you doing here? I asked. My brother shrugged. I was looking for a... Sam? Someone asked. I turned to see Ruby, in her rose pajamas with a plastic spoon in hand. I heard a noise from my apartment. So, you came to rescue Sammy with a plastic spoon? Dean asked. Ruby crossed her arms.
I could do some serious damage.
Sam? Now Jess had arrived to turn on the lights. Oh no. Jess. I sighed. Hey, Dean, this is my girlfriend, Jessica.
Wait,
Jess frowned.
your brother, Dean?
I love the Smurfs. Dean knows his chest is ups. You know, oh great, the one time you didn't describe anything and now... Wait a minute. This is starting to sound familiar. Dean shows up. We have Jess and Sam. No. We're not going to directly rip off the first episode.
I got it covered.
Ruby started giving a sly wink.
Good to see you, Dean.
Dean nodded.
Let me put something on.
Jess started to leave. Dean stopped her. No. Wouldn't dream of it. Seriously. He smirked. Ruby watched him outside the head. Oh! What's this, be mean to Dean Vic? Anyway, I gotta borrow your boyfriend, a little Red Riding Hood here. Talk about some private family business. Nice meeting you. No, I protested. No, whatever you have to say, you could say it in front of her. I went to sit next to Jess. Okay. Dean frowned. Dad hasn't been home in a few days. So, he's working overtime on a Miller type shift. He'll stumble back in sooner or later. Dad's on a hunting trip, Dean emphasized. He hasn't been home in a few days. My eyes slowly widened, Ruby tensing up. Jess, I began, excuse us. Come on! I was yelling at Dean once we ran downstairs. You can't just break in the middle of the night and expect Ruby and I to hit the road with you.
Uncle!
Ruby tried. Nancy was wearing a red hoodie, a black t-shirt with the image of a wolf on it, black jeans and her normal boots. Her hair was in a messy style braid to the left. Slung across her body was a black satchel with a silver cross on the flap, containing some supplies and money. Go on! Along with creature spirit-killing weapons and dust rounds, in her left hand was the famous crescent rose, which we learned in our younger years could kill any creature instantly if Ruby was a good enough hit. Didn't work on spirits, though. The weird thing was, whenever she ran out of dust rounds, more would appear on our doorstep. Ruby stopped trying to figure it out a while back. It just accepted her gifts.
Random items from my universe suddenly pops up out of nowhere. Probably nothing.
Of course you are. I rolled my eyes. Dean looked back. You're not hearing me, Sammy. Dad's missing. I need you and Ruse to help me find him. You remember the poltergeist in Amherst? I asked. Or the Devil's Gates in Clifton?
Hi, guys!
He was missing then, too. Always missing, and he's always fine. My brother looked back. Not for this long, he glared. Now, you going to help me or not? Ruby died, but I'm not, I announced. Dean raised an eyebrow. Why not? I swore I was done hunting, for good, I replied. Dean rolled his eyes. Come on, it wasn't that easy, but it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I asked. When I told Dad I was scared of the thing in my closet, he gave me a 45. What was he supposed to do? I was 9 years old. He was supposed to say, don't be afraid in the dark.
You know what my dad said when I was afraid of the thing in my closet? He just ripped out the closet and proceeded to kick his ass. And then I told my sister the same thing. Then she proceeded to kick the monster's butt.
Don't be afraid of the dark? You kidding me? Of course you should be afraid of the dark. You know what's out there. You know, considering the defense of Alone in the Dark, yeah, but 17 and Alone in the Dark would be a short fight. Yeah, I know, but still, you know the way we grew up after Mom was killed, and Dad's obsession to find that thing that killed her. We still haven't found a damn thing, so we kill anything we can find. And save a lot of people doing it too. Dean countered. Ruby stepped in the fight, frowning.
You two, she shook her head. You're the same as me and my sister Yang. You were born to be heroes, to fight the monsters in the dark, and to have a hell of a time doing it, so just chill out. We're going to go where your dad was last seen, find out what happened if necessary.
Ruby hoisted Crescent Rose up and loaded the dust around, getting serious.
We kill some bitches. Anyone got a problem?
Nope. After some more convincing, I agreed to go to Jericho, California. Dean was in the driver's seat, obviously. I was in shotgun, and Ruby sat in the middle of the back seat.
You, Dean! Ruby grinned. Turn on some music. I'm not a big fan of awkward silences.
Really, Rubes? Dean asked, smiled slightly. What band? You let her pick, but not me? I asked, glaring. Dean nodded. Ruby has good taste. So, Rubes, what do you want here?
Carry on, my wayward son.
Perfect. Thus, that song that played the Apollo for 3 hours. Listening to Carry On My Wayward Son for 3 hours? I can think of worse fates. We arrived at Jericho, going to the place where the most recent victim's car was found. Check it out. Dean parked the car. We grabbed our fake IDs and got out of the Impala. Sam, you and I are Marshall. Ruby's the peppy young, soon-to-be officer.
Why am I always the intern or something?
Said God. Because you're tiny and you can pull off puppy dog eyes powerful enough to charm a demon.
True, Ruby smiled. That one incident was a blast.
Don't ask. Just know that she did. Hey! No fourth wall breaking! Sorry. We walked over, listening in on the police conversations, and... You fellas had an incident like this last month, didn't you? Dean asked. The cops looked up. Who are you? One asked. I guess he was the sheriff. Feral monsters. Dean held up his fake ID and badge. With our intern. Ruby gave a peppy wave. You three are a little young for marshals, ain't you? Thanks, that's awfully kind of you. Dean walked over to the car. You did have another one like this, correct? Sarah sighed. That's right, about a mile up the road. There have been others before that. So this victim. I frowned slightly. You knew him? Hell like this, everybody knows everybody. Any connections with the victims? My brother asked. Besides the fact that they're old men? No. The man shook his head. Not so far as we can tell.
Have you ran further to suggest that the interior of the car? See if it was clean? There might still be some residue from the blood.
Not yet, but we plan to. So, what's the theory? I asked. The sheriff replied. Don't know. Serial murder, kidnapping ring. Well, Dean rolled his eyes. That's exactly correct police work I expect out of you guys. I stopped at my big brother's foot, eventually setting him up. Thank you for your time. I nodded. We walked away. Gentlemen? As we walked off, Dean and I got into a fight over what I'd done. Ruby ended up grabbing us by our earlobes and dragging us to the Impala. Ruby told us once that back in her world, she was geeky and awkward, while her older sister was bruised and overprotective. Now that she was alone, she had to be more assertive and brutish like her sister. No one could protect her anymore. So, could we see more scenes of Ruby feeling down about this? Ruby feeling heartbroken? Come on. Some emotional heart moments for my girl here. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
We went and found the victim's girlfriend, Amy. She told us that Troy hung up on her just before he went missing, promising to call back. Nothing strange at all. Here's the deal, ladies. Dee looked at Amy and her friend. Ruby sat at the end of the table with a mug of hot cocoa and some chocolate chip cookies as opposed to our coffee. The way Troy disappeared, something's not right. So if you heard anything, the two girls with the same glasses, what is it?
Well, it's just that...
Ruby, Amy's friend tried, looking down.
I mean, with all these people going missing, people talk.
What do they talk about? Dean and I asked in sync.
Ruby started laughing at us, playing. That was adorable. This guy just looked lessened.
Amy's friend continued.
This one girl, she got murdered out in Centennial, like decades ago. Well, supposedly she's still out there. She hitchhikes, and whoever picks her up, they disappear forever.
We exchanged glances. We did some research, finding out an article about a woman called Constance Welsh, who committed suicide by jumping out the Savannah Bridge after her children drowned in a bath. The bridge she left off of was all of the missing person's cars were found on. We went to the bridge, and I started arguing with Dean again.
Just stop it!
Ruby shouted, but we didn't listen. Then, Sam, Rubes, Dean stared. We noticed something. A woman in a white dress was staring at us, standing at the edge of the bridge. She jumped, and we ran over to where she fell. Where did she go? I asked. Dean shook his head. I don't know. Then, the Impala enters Warder Life. What the? Who's driving your car? I asked. Dean pulled the keys out of his pocket. Ruby gulped and took a deep breath. The Impala raced at us, and we started running. But we were going too slow. An arm wrapped around my waist, and I looked at Ruby.
Hang on!
She ordered, then focused. In a matter of seconds, we were several meters ahead of the car, and going faster than anyone alive could move. Then Ruby collapsed and rolled onto the road, leaving Dean and I on the ground with some rose petals. The Impala kept going, heading for Ruby. Dean and I looked up as the vehicles got ready to roll over Ruby, then it froze. A black light radiated from the Impala. The engines cut off when the Spirit realized it couldn't do anything. The black light faded as Ruby woke and looked up. Ruby! I ran over, Dean following behind me. Falling to my knees and hugging my childhood frightened tightly. Don't you ever scare me like that again. What were you thinking? Dean asked, pissed. Ruby looked up tiredly to look down.
I knew you weren't fast enough, and I wasn't about to leave you behind.
Ruby mumbled, then looked up.
What stopped it?
I don't know. There was a black light.
What?
Ruby asked.
Black light?
Dean and I nodded. Yeah. The car wouldn't budge, so the Spirit gave up. Ruby looked around with wide eyes.
That's impossible. He died.
Ruby shook her head.
Oh well, not all spirits are bad ones. Maybe I have an old friend looking out for me.
Who? I asked. Ruby looked at Dean and I.
Pira Nikos.
You know, I'm holding my little Funko Ruby here, who is all kinds of adorable. My first thought is, they really need to make a Team Juniper one of these so I can have both teams. We went to a hotel room and found the room Dad stayed in. From Dad's research, we learned that Constance had become a woman in white.
Yikes!
Ruby grinted.
No wonder she's pissed.
Rubes. Dean looked over at her. What was that? The super speed, the rose petals. He evaded all the 7 years they'd been traveling and having adventures back when they were kids. She never got to show off her semblance. Elias is wrong, and I don't take kindly to continuity errors like that around this part.
That was my semblance, Ruby explained, embarrassed. Told you about them, but I never had to use mine. I can go super fast, but it drains a lot of energy if I make people of these rose petals behind.
Semblance. I nodded. It was cool, I'll give you that. Ruby suddenly became less chipper. The girl walked over to Dean and I, serious.
Your father's missing. We're facing a powerful, not to mention a piece of at least bloodthirsty enemy, not seriously overpowered. But I won't always be around when you need me. I'll provide you something that will be, or unlock it.
Rubes? Dean asked. Ruby raised her hand and touched each of our faces.
Close your eyes and focus.
Rubes.
Just do it.
Ruby ordered, and we complied. I heard Ruby take a deep breath.
Hey, Pira, if you're out there, I can use a hand.
Did we ever see Ruby learn this lesson? I mean, it's nice and all, but really?
For it isn't passing that we achieve immortality. But it is to become a paragon of virtue and glory to rise above it all. Infinite in distance and unbound by death, I release your soul, and by my shoulder protect thee.
We opened our eyes, and as Ruby fell to the floor, Dean and I exchanged glances. Dude, you're glowing. I backed away, stunned. Dean was surrounded by a green light. You too! My brother exclaimed. I looked to see that I was surrounded by a blue light. Lights faded. Should Dean be surrounded by a red light? I'm just saying, chromatic balance and all. The lights faded, and I kneeled down next to Ruby, who was unconscious. I don't understand. What did he do to us? He told us about the aura thing a long time ago. See, I unlocked our souls. We're getting powers. For real? I looked up. Why do it now, not sooner? That's what I want to know. Maybe he thinks something big is coming. Dean shrugged. Who's this Pyrrhus he keeps mentioning? A friend that died? Remember her story? I asked. Pyrrha was a friend of hers who was killed trying to defeat the powerful fire lady who attacked her school. Ruby says everything went white after she saw Pyrrha get turned to ashes. Dean winced at that. Yikes. I remember now. Poor kid, what a way to go. Well, I scooped Ruby up and set her on the bed. At least she's in a better place now. Dean called to Ruby and I about the police waiting outside. We climbed out the window and went off.
What about Dean?
Ruby asked. I shook my head. He'll be fine. Always is. Ruby and I visited Joseph Welch. Then got word for Dean. Ruby is asleep in the back seat.
Oh!
Curled up with her head resting against the rose.
Oh!
Fake 911 phone call, Sammy? I don't know. That's pretty illegal. Dean began coyly. I rolled my eyes. You're welcome. Listen, we need to talk. Tell me about it. The husband was unfaithful. We're dealing with a woman in white, and she's buried behind her old house. That would have been Dad's next stop. Sammy, would you shut up for a second? I can't figure out why he hasn't destroyed the corpse yet. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's gone. Dad left Jericho. How do you know? I got his journal. He doesn't go anywhere without that thing. Yeah, well, he did this time. What's it say? It's the same old ex-Marine crap. When he wants to know where he wasn't going, coordinates or two. I'm not sure yet. Dean, what the hell is going on? Then I noticed a woman in the road and stopped too late. Went right through her. I stopped the car. Rubes, wake up. We're in trouble.
Huh?
Ruby sat up and screamed. I looked back. Take me home. A door opened and Ruby was thrown out. I didn't reply.
Take me home.
No. I glared. Then the doors locked themselves. Then the car started to move. And in my panic, I didn't notice a thud on the roof. I was taken to the old house and looked back at Constance. Don't do this. I tried to reason with the spirit. She shook her head.
I can never go home.
You're scared to go home. I realized. Then a gunshot rang out. The rear window shattered. Constance screamed and flickered. I looked to see where Ruby was with crescent rose in gun form, smirking slightly.
Now, I've heard of picking up chicks, but this is ridiculous.
My friend began. The woman in white glared.
Now, I only see one faithful person thing here, and that's you. Just how many boys have you pulled the saints or raid with?
I cried out in pain as Constance struck her fingers into my chest.
Sam, enter the door, now!
What?
There's a force field around your entire body.
Ruby snapped. I obeyed and the blue light surrounded me. Constance went for another attack, and her fingers bounced off. What? Several more bullets went through her, highlighting the arrival of Dean. I sat up, turning the key in the ignition. I'm taking you home, I declared. Randy and Paula to the front of the house. Sam! I heard Dean and Ruby yell. I looked over as he took the shotgun side of the car. Here. You okay? Dean asked. I nodded, wincing. I think, I replied. Dean opened the door, worried. Can you move? Yeah. Help me. I was helped out of the car, and we saw Constance looking at the picture. Then he glared at us and threw it aside, sending a cabinet flying at us. It pinned Dean in I's leg. Basic grammar! But Ruby dodged. The woman in white turned and glared at her. What are you? Then all the lights flickered to life, and a wire dropped down the staircase. The spirit went to the foot of the stairs, staring at something with remorse.
You come to take us home, Mommy.
A child's voice spoke. The spirit looked back at the spirit as the two children behind her. They tugged her, and she screamed as she was dragged into hell by her children. There was a sound like water going down a drain. Not a toilet! We went outside to try and figure out how to get to the Impala out of the old house when... Well done. Someone spoke. We looked over to see...
No.
Ruby pecked away.
Cinder!
A woman in a glowing red dress smirked slightly, standing in the house's porch leisurely.
It took you 7 years to get here?
Well, I would have gotten here sooner, but someone lost the map. Hey, don't blame me. It was all Neo's fault. Oh, there's that text on my phone. Hard to do gags involving me when I can't even speak. I'm sorry, Neo. I'm sorry, Neo. It's alright.
Kisses.
Ruby Rose, the girl who saved Remnant. The girl walked down the racked porch steps and approached, Ruby becoming frozen in fear. You froze the dragon and sent myself, my minions, and my leader here. Salem's here too? Oh, shit! The monsters of this world found us and destroyed many. Did you destroy many of them, or did they destroy many of you? Your sacrifice is commendable. Your actions led to the death of Salem in the hands of a demon. No. No. No, no, no. 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 You do not off that badass big bad from RWBY at the hands of some weak infantile, supernatural demon. No, no, no. You don't even let her fall at the hands of Lucifer on this show. If anything, the moment Crowley shows up to try to talk to Salem, "Oi, I'm Crowley. Was you killed to make a..." Salem would have her hands around his throat, slowly crunching it before snapping it, taking his soul and putting it in a little bottle, and then sitting on the throne of bones like a mouse. You do not remove Salem from the foe. Bad, Vic. Bad. Go home and think about what you're doing. So, I'm not going to kill you just yet.
Why?
Because I'm interested to see what kind of huntress you become, Rose. So, I'm going to offer you some intel.
On what?
On your friends were worried about you, Ruby, said your smirk. So, they did research. They found new ways of using dust and technology. They discovered a way to come here.
And it took you 7 years to do the same?
Well, I would have gotten here sooner, but again, Tyrion lost the map. My apologies.
What?
Your team and your friends. They are scattered across the continent. They search for each other and you. Why only the U.S.?
Why only Japan?
Point, 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 point. Ha! Uranus and Neptune dude, found each other across the continent. But I have this one. They have to be all in Japan in order to protect Usagi. Usagi's spirit was reincarnated in Japan, so the other Senshi had to be there. They're her guardians. They're her knights. They had to be there to protect the princess. It just wouldn't make sense for them to be scattered all over the planet. And besides, Hakoko Takeuchi lives in Japan. She doesn't know about the other countries. Now, if this was Arakaki... I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Sailor Moon done in Arakari style, and it looks awesome. Then, yes, considering his penchant for traveling and his love of going throughout the planet, it would make sense that they would wind up in different countries. Thank you. Here's my game. Each time you impress me, I will reveal the location of at least one friend and enemy according to the level of which I am impressed. The last location that I reveal will be the one person who could take you all home. Weiss Snee, your partner. You mean I have to wait several chapters before we get to Weiss? I.e., one of my favorite characters in the whole story? Ruby stared to narrow her eyes.
Deal!
Cinder chuckled, pleased with herself. Good. Well, I've revealed myself to you, Ruby. So the first friend is someone close to you, both physically and by blood. All our eyes were wide. Yang Xiaolong will be at the location of your next hunt. I wish you luck. Beep! Cinder then vanished into the night. So, what's Cinder getting out of all this? Oh, part of my nefarious plan!
Yang!
Ruby was shaking slightly to smile.
Yang! Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to be here!
Ruby then bounced and stopped.
Wait, Sam, you have law school. If I go with Dean to find Yang...
I smiled. Ruby, she's your sister. You need to find her. And make sure that Dean doesn't, Ruby rolled her eyes.
Please.
She scoffed.
Yang's flirting makes Dean look as pathetic as John. When she interrogates men, let's not go there.
No, please, Dean smiled. I insist. If this goes towards a Yang and Dean ship, I'm out.
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Ruby shuddered. It dawned on what she meant. Yeah. I pat Dean on his shoulder. Good luck with that. We got in the car, and I used the coordinates to find out that Dad had gone to the Blackwater Ridge, Colorado. Dean and Ruby wanted to come with, but I had a life, a future.
But, Sam...
Ruby went down.
If you don't come, you won't be around when I have to.
Ruby's voice came out. I slowly realized. Well, you have to say goodbye. I finished. The young woman in the back seat looked up. Tell you what, when you find this Weiss girl, call me. I'll come. My friend just nodded. Dan laid down her head on a cleft side, sighing sadly. We returned to Stanford, and Ruby looked up.
And the headmaster asked, I'm in Vegas.
Throws the outer choke switch! She stayed. I laughed slightly, shaking my head. Whatever. I turned then. Sam! Dean called. You know, we made one hell of a team back there. Yeah, I nodded. Then Dean drove off. Ruby waving from the window at the back seat. I sighed and headed to the apartment. Jess, you home? I heard no reply. I went in and sat on my bed, nosing the bathroom light on. She was probably taking a shower. I fell back on my bed, then frowned as drops of something began hitting my forehead. Then I looked up and gasped. Jess was on the ceiling, stomach torn open, eyes black and unseeing. No! Jess burst into flames in. Sam! Dean and Ruby were in it as I was unable to look away. Jess!
Oh, man, why is it that every single thing has to have poor Jess dying? Why can't we have, something original, like saying that Ruby actually manages to save Jess? Then we could have something, different for the plot of the whole entire first episode.
Well, you know what I say. You can't be... Oh, no. Back into the Speed Force you go, Thawne! I must have had a mental breakdown, because the next thing I knew I was outside. The police and fire department arrived, and I went to the trunk of the Impala, finding my assault gun and loading it. Pissed. We've got work to do, I announced, throwing the gun back into the trunk and slamming it. Ruby placed a hand on my shoulder.
Sam, are you sure? You're hurting right now. It might not be the best idea for you to hunt.
I'm coming. I looked up. We all have our reasons. Ruby, you want to find your friends and sister. Dean wants to find Dad, and I want to shoot that demonic son of a bitch in the face. Ruby was practically bouncing off the walls of the Impala.
We're gonna find you! Ruby squealed for the millionth time. You girls are gonna love her. She's probably the best fighter at Team Ruby.
Oh, yeah? I asked, rolling my eyes, and Ruby nodded.
Yeah, she wants to be in a whole nightclub of goons. It's too Earthside. Decide to reform in the throat, punch the arm of a giant robot, then...
Ruby rambled on. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect. Would the Yang find us, or would we have to find her? What would she be like? We arrived in Lost Creek, Colorado, and went out there to Sarah and described the area around Blackwater Bridge. Thick forest, lots of bears. We went to talk to some girl whose brother went missing in the forest recently. You must be Haley Collins. I began the intros. I'm Dean. This is Sam Winchester. And there's Ruby Nose. We're rangers with the Park Service. Ranger Wilkinson sent us over. We wanted to ask you some questions about your brother, Tommy.
Let's see some ID.
Haley frowned. I held up my fake ID.
Come on in. That yours?
She saw the Apollo. Yeah.
Snake's car.
She went inside, looked back at Sam and mouthed dibs. Haley told us that she hired a guy to Blackwater Ridge so he could find Tommy. We did some research. Turns out people went missing at Blackwater every 23 years. We got a video when something moves past Tommy's tent. Fast, like Ruby level fast. Decided to go visit the only survivor of grizzly attacks, an old man who had been a child at the time. Look, Ranger, I don't know what you're asking me about all this. Public record. I was a kid. My parents got mauled by a grizzly? Sam asked. Was that what attacked them? The old man nodded shakily. The are people that went missing that year. Those were bear attacks too? I asked. The old man nodded again. What about the people missing this year? Same thing? No reply. If we knew what we were dealing with, we might be able to stop it. Seriously doubt that. The old man sat down. I don't see what the difference would make.
What do you mean?
You won't believe me. Nobody ever did. Mr. Saul. Sam frowned. What did you see? Nothing. Saul replied, eyes wide. We were too fast to see. It hit too well. I heard it. A roar like no man or ever I ever heard. It came at night? Simon asked. Shaw nodded. Got inside your tent? Shaw looked up. Got inside our cabin? He stated. Okay, that was scary. I was sleeping in front of the fireplace when he came in. He didn't smash the window or break the door. It unlocked it. Do you know that a bear could do something like that? I didn't even wake up until I heard my parents screaming. It killed them? Sam asked. Shark denied. Dragged him off into the sky. Why you let me alive? Been asking myself ever since. Didn't leave me this, though. Saw pulled the collar and started to reveal a scar. Claw marks. There's something evil in those woods. Some sort of demon. We thanked him and were ready to leave. Wait! Huh? I looked back. Shaw was glancing at Ruby. You're the girl with the silver eyes, he exclaimed. Ruby slowly nodded. 2 days ago, a woman came here asking the same sort of questions you did. Believed me immediately. She left a message for the girl with silver eyes.
A message?
Ruby asked. The old man pulled out an old tape recorder and held it, and Ruby hit play. After a moment,
Come at me, and you'll see I'm more than meets the eye. You think that you'll break me. You're gonna find in time. You're standing too close to a flame that's burning hotter than the sun in the middle of July. Sending out your army, but you still can't win. Listen up, silly boy, I'm gonna tell you why. I burn! Can't hold me now. You got nothing that can stop me. I burn! Sing all you want. Like a fever, I will take you down. A voice sang, and Sam and I exchanged glances, frowning.
A song?
I asked. Ruby was staring at the device.
You understand what it means?
Thank you.
Ruby slowly smiled.
Thank you so much. He's here! Guys, he's here!
How do you know? Sam asked. Ruby gestured at the device.
That's your favorite song! Mr. Shaw, is he blonde?
Yeah. Son nodded. Long blonde hair, purple eyes, dressed in a way that would make a nun pass out. One of her arms was strings. It looked like flesh, but the elbow, it was prosthetic. A well-made one. Worked like it was real. She wore great bracelets.
Ember Silica.
Ruby muttered.
Did she say anything else?
She said she was going after this monster. If you want to tag along, find her in the woods. Prepare to get crushed in a bear hug when you least expect it.
Definitely in.
In the morning, we found Haley and Ben getting ready to set out with their guide, Roy. You guys got room for 3 more? I asked. Haley frowned.
Wait, you want to come with us?
She asked. Ruby nodded. Her saddle across her body and crescent rose in a sheath on her back.
Who are those guys?
Roy asked. Haley rolled her eyes.
Apparently, this is all the Park Service could muster up for the search and rescue.
Thank you, God.
Not true.
Ruby placed her hands on her hips.
We have one more person. She's already in the woods, scouting ahead to see if she can find them.
You're rangers? Roy asked. Frowning, I nodded. That's right.
You're hiking out in hiker boots and jeans, Haley asked.
I shrugged and smirked. Oh, sweetheart, I don't do shorts.
We started hiking, and Ben looked at Ruby, frowning. What is that? He pointed to Crescent Rose. Ruby smiled mysteriously, looking at her weapon.
I'm just trained by special tactics. It's more of an advanced weapon, in case something we carry is too big for the normal stuff.
What do you expect it to be?
If my sisters got involved, it's pink.
Ruby stated. The other two looked back. Your sister?
The fourth ranger I mentioned. You know, Darcy's really impressed. You actually went through this whole segment without having to mention one single
Morphin time!
ranger gag.
Ruby explained.
Best of the best. Never gets involved in anything started a challenge. You see here, it's big.
We arrived at Dad's coordinates. It was silent. Not even the cricket chirps. We started looking and...
Haley! Roy shouted. Over here!
We ran over, finding a crash campsite covered in blood. Haley just stared in horror. Oh my God.
It looks like a grizzly attack.
I sighed, shaking my head. Haley freaked out, looking around.
Tommy? Tommy!
Over there in Angel Grove, kicking ass.
Ow!
Shh, Sam warned. Haley went back and frowned. Why? Might be somewhere. Still out there. He warned. I frowned.
Sam! Rubes!
I called. The two ran over and I gestured.
The bodies were dragged from the campsite, but here the track us fast. It's weird.
I stood upright.
I'll tell you what. No skinwalker or black dog.
Wait.
Ruby kneeled to pick something up.
Look!
Ruby stood and held something out. Bronze bullet casing. Banging him with a flying fist. Maybe a heart. I thought it looked like a fist.
It's Yang's.
I say flaming fist.
I saw it get taken and tried to help.
Ruby looked around.
He didn't take her, so I must have injured it.
What kind of weapon does your sister have? I asked. It'd be fast to keep up with that thing.
Trust me, they're fast.
Ruby smirked slightly, crossed her arms.
Can't wait for you to meet her.
I noticed Haley looked at her destroyed cell phone and kneeled.
Hey, you can still be alive.
I tried. Haley glared then. Help! A voice screamed. We followed the scream and could only find nothing at the sight.
Seemed like it was coming from around here.
Haley frowned.
Didn't it?
Sam started to get jumpy. Everyone, back to camp. He ordered, frowning. We turned to the facts, found torn shreds. Using Dad's journal, we deduced that the monster was a very lost Wendigo. Ruby nodded.
That's why he's scared of Yang. Her weapon's a fire base and her semblance involves fire.
The woman used. Okay, Yang was sounding very badass.
Yes, she is.
How would your sister know any of this anyway? Sam asked. Ruby tried to roll her eyes.
He probably doesn't. Yang probably just heard that some people were going missing around here and decided to want to whoop butt. My sister sees being a huntress as more of an adventure than a hero thing. I mean, all she wants to do is wake up not knowing what the next day will bring and live life to the fullest. Guess she's not this would qualify.
We set up camp and protective symbols. I noticed Ruby watching the ruins with worry. Your sister will be fine, I assured.
With all we've seen without meaning to check, the Wendigo wouldn't dare.
Ruby sighed and nodded.
I know. I just worried, that's all. It's been 7 years.
Ruby looked down.
I hope she hasn't changed that much. That she's not mad at me. I hope she's the Yang from my stories. The furry, fearless, badass Yang who always looked out for me as a kid.
Ruby looked up to the sky.
I hope I'm still her baby sister. I hope I haven't changed too much.
I know this isn't an effect, but that this would be too good of an opportunity for. Does a surprise bear hug answer your question?
Yang! I missed you.
Ruby, it'll be okay. I sighed. You and Yang will fight each other. She'll probably break your spine in a hug, but that's okay, 'cause you'll die happy.
Ruby laughed.
Thanks, Dean. That helped. I'll take the first watch.
Then the Wendigo started screaming help again. We didn't go outside. It started roaring. When Roy saw it, the Mara thought he killed it and ran into the woods. We left Ruby to protect Haley and Ben, losing Roy. Then I noticed something fire racing through the woods in the distance. Chasing a shadow. The shadow turned and roared. The flame hit and extended flying. The flame went up, and I saw crimson fade to lilac.
What?
Then the flame floated, and the mysterious figure faded into the night. Bought us some time. Sam grabbed us on my arm. Let's go. In the morning, Roy was still gone. He was either captured or dead. My bet was on dead. We educated Ben and Haley on Wendigos. How do we stop it? Haley asked. I smirked.
Guns are useless. So are knives.
I walked around and held up my gasoline lighter.
Basically, we got torch to suck her. Ruby's sister will probably help us with that.
How do you know she's alive? Ben asked, frowning. I looked over.
'Cause he probably saved Tam and I last night.
We started hiking, following the tracks we could. Dean? Ruby! Sam called. We shot over, frowning.
What is it?
I asked. Sam pointed out snap branches and bloody claw marks on the trees. You know, I was thinking. Sam looked a bit scared. Those claw marks were so clear and distinct. They were almost too easy to follow. Then we heard a roar and saw something moving in the bushes behind us. Ruby got crunched and rose ready. Her eyes focused. Then Haley screamed as Roy's corpse fell out of a tree. I checked a bite.
His neck's broken, I announced. This son of a bitch was pissed. Run! Run! Go! 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 Go!
We started running, with Sam and Ben falling behind. Then the Wendigo came out in front of us. Haley screamed as it lunged. I woke up, hanging from the ceiling by my wrist, to find Sam shaking me and Ruby, trying to wake us up. Ruby! Dean! He tried again. I shook out of it.
Yeah?
I asked. Sam cut Ruby down, catching the unconscious Ruby. It looks like it wanted her unconscious. Must have realized she was a threat. Sam helped me set her down, laying Ruby next to me.
I'll even knock out she's adorables.
And Haley cut her brother down. Tommy's arrived. Then, to make life even better, I found some flare guns. We started looking for a way out. Sam carried Ruby and a flare gun. Haley and Ben supported Tommy. I took the lead.
You know what sucks?
Sam leaned slightly. Carrying Ruby's easy. But Crescent Rose?
How does she manage?
I wondered.
It weighs more than 3 of her.
The Wendigo returned, so we split up. Sam would get the civilians and Ruby out of there. I'd buy time.
Hey! I shouted. You want some white meat, bitch?
I'm right here. Then I heard a laugh.
Okay, that's just adorable.
A woman's voice cooed.
Anyone ever tell you how funny you are, cutie?
I looked around, confused. Who's there? I asked. Then some music started playing. Click.
Come at me, and you'll see I'm more than meets the eye. You think that you'll break me, you're gonna find in time. You're standing too close to a flame that's burning hotter than the sun in the middle of July. Sending out your army, but you still can't win. Listen up, silly boy, 'cause I'm gonna tell you why. I burn! Can't hold me now. You got nothing that can stop me. I burn! Swing all you want. Like a fever, I will take you down.
Voice sang. Figure stepped out of shadows.
Hey, handsome.
A young woman greeted, giving a small wink. She was about 24 years old, with long, wild blonde hair, lilac eyes. She wore a tan vest with gold pipping over the low-cut cropped shirt, with a black crescent resembled a burning fist. And I think Dean would notice something else about her while he's looking at that vest.
Hey, eyes up here. Stop staring at my gauntlets.
The vest had puffy sleeves and black cuffs. On the side of the cuffs were two golden buttons. The woman wore a brown buckle with a pouch. A small bear-like object, same burning fist, golden color. She wore black shirts under her belt, which resembled a plaid skirt over the back. Over the porch color skirt was, and ladies and gentlemen, she wears overshirts under her belt, a white typical black skirt, and an orange infinity scarf hanging around her neck. She wore brown knee-high boots and black leather orange socks at different lengths. Her left leg also had a gray bandana-like object wrapped around the top of her left boot. Then she wore black fingerless gloves underneath two golden bracelets. "Damn!" was all I could mutter. The woman chuckled.
Name's Yang.
"You? Dean."
I had to assume we're how do you say monster.
Yang placed her hands on her hips. I realized her right arm was synthetic.
So, wanna go help me kick that bastard straight into Wednesday?
"Yeah. There's just something I had to tell you." I took a deep breath. "Your sister's here, with me and my little brother."
I know. Yang crossed her arms. I'm guessing you know who she is? I nodded. Yang dropped one hand from her hut, smiling. And who I am? I nodded. Yang smirked slightly. Good. You won't pass out for too long when I see just how awesome I am.
We found the Wendigo covering the others. Ruby still unconscious in Sam's arms. "Hey!" I shouted. The Wendigo turned, but something beat me to the shot. Yang's bracelets turned into golden gauntlets. She punched in the air in front of her above ours. A flaming blast hit the Wendigo, shrieked in pain. I gaped, then finished the job by firing a flare at his admin. The beast died. I looked up with a smirk.
Not bad, huh? Well,
Yang disengaged her gauntlets, placing hands on her hips, grinned slightly.
I give it a 6.
"I know you're 10 minutes over. You're assaulting me."
Hey, I've done worse things to men in 2 minutes. Yang chuckled. Does it praise you the fact that I know you're the good guys?
"How?"
Well, your brother's obviously protecting my baby sister. Good enough for me. Yang looked over. Yang, by the way.
I figured. Sam gulped. Yang's smirk only grew longer.
This'll be fun.
I think we'll stop there, just to get Yang in, and I had to sing the song.
This fic, it's a mixed bag. On the one hand,
It's RWBY and supernatural, and it's as awesome as it sounds. The two girls are in character. Sam and Dean are in character.
and the ships between Yang and Dean are something I don't mind. The problem comes in that the writer is taking just the plots from the first season and ramming and putting in the RWBY characters in there, and isn't doing all that much to fix it. It's like there's still the basis there, but the girls aren't doing that much to change it. They're just following the same story beats. They're just following the Winchesters. There's even a chapter later on where they're watching the first few episodes of RWBY from Volume 1. Which, in my eyes, really drags the story down. Because the idea of... Because there is a great original idea. RWBY is sent back into the Winchester's world, has to go and fight Team RWBY,
reunite, kick ass, take names, and go home. That's the semblance for a great plot. The problem comes in that it's copying just from Supernatural, which is a really bad thing in my opinion. Because then you lose a lot of what made the supernatural elements good, and you're not really giving the RWBY side of things a shine. I also don't like the fact that it kills off Salem without so much as a how by your leave. That annoys me. That kind of really, really ticks me off. So I feel like this fic could have really, really done well if they just went with their own story. I mean, could you imagine how much better it would have been if RWBY just woke up, met Sam and Dean while they're in the travels or somewhere during seasons 1 through 5? Because it's RWBY met Sam and Dean during seasons 6 through 11 to the current season. So you'd be going like, oh god, well you just shut up and move on. God, I hate the later seasons of Supernatural. But overall, the story feels like it just wants to run through the same beats. And it doesn't work like that. It would have been great if we had them meet later on, because then we could see some more interesting things. We could see some really interesting character developments, and we could see some really good character interactions. As it stands, it's just, okay, here's the plot for Supernatural Episode 1, here's RWBY in Episode 1. Where it should be, they beat up with the monster from Episode 1, RWBY takes it down, we continue on with more character interactions. So, in all, I say, okay, give it a read. It's not the worst, but at least it's better than the last time I read fic that just basically took the entire plot of a certain arc and just replace it with the characters. Nope, still ticked off at My Little Pirates. That bird will never leave. One down, thousands more to go. I'll see you all next time.